Okay, are we starting?
Yes.
Cool,
That
cool,
means
cool,
I gotta
cool.
start.
Yep. I can't see what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna hold my mic like this.
Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Whoop. Everything's fine. Okay, go ahead.
What was that?
My phone.
It sounded like it bounced.
It landed. Yeah, it bounced. It bounced. It's fine.
Oh
Everything's
my.
fine.
Okay. We're falling apart.
We're trying to do too many things now. Okay. All right.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Can't do it when you look at me.
Don't look at me.
Welcome to Our Life in Books, where we talk about our lives, books, and everything in between. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Samantha.
And we're cousins.
Today we are covering some August new releases that we're very excited about.
So many new books this month. It's ridiculous.
I know. I can't believe it's already the
August?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I love fall. Don't do that.
The summer went by so fast.
I'm glad. I don't like the summer. Sorry, I'm trying to mess with my
I like it because it felt carefree. For whatever reason, this summer felt a little more carefree than it has been. I don't know. Like, we have our little pool, and we've been having, like, our pool party.
You've been socializing. This is what other people feel like all the time.
It's weird.
It does. It's very weird. All right, what tea are we drinking?
We are drinking Blackberry Sage Oolong. It says it's got oolong tea, sage, raspberry leaves, and natural blackberry flavor and raspberries. And I really, really like the blackberry smell.
It's from Adagio, right?
Yes, from Adagio. Sorry.
Camera. We have cameras now.
Hold on, I got it. Hi. Yay.
Yay.
It smells really good. And, like, the initial taste is good, but it has that weird flowery smell that I think is, like, the sage.
And, like, little weird, like, aftertaste. Mm-hmm. Which isn't, it's not bad. I'm sure other people really like it. Yeah, it's just, like, not our favorite thing.
Bad, but, like, it's not going to be my favorite. It's not going to be one I order a big bag of. We're
glad we have a sample. See, that's why I love our samples. Also, I'm still going to drink it.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Alcohol and tea. Just put it in front of me and I'll drink it.
Good to know. Good to know.
So what are you reading?
Okay, so I just started this yesterday. I'm already halfway through. But it's a thriller. It's a YA thriller called The Twin by Natasha Preston. I guess I can read the synopsis. I'm far enough in. I should be able to.
Are you sure? I was saying no spoilers for you.
Yeah, I'll read it. It's fine.
Okay.
After their parents' divorce, 10-year-old twins Ivy and Iris were split up. Ivy lived with dad, Iris with mom. Now, after a tragic accident takes their mom's life, the twins are reunited and Iris moves in with Ivy and their dad. Devastated over mom's death, Iris spends the first few weeks in almost total silence. The only person she will speak to is Ivy. Iris feels her life is over and she doesn't know what to do. Ivy promises her twin that she can share her life now. After all, they're sisters, twins. It's a promise that Iris takes seriously, and before long, Ivy's friends, her life at school, and her boyfriend Tyler fall under Iris's spell. Slowly, Ivy realizes she's being pushed out of her own life, but she's just being paranoid, right? And mom's accident was just an accident, right? It's not like she or dad or Tyler are in any danger. It's really good so far.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm about halfway in, and it is kind of weird. Like, most twins that you hear about or read about or in movies or whatever grow up together.
Yeah.
And even if their parents split, like, they stay together and just move back and forth between houses.
Except for in the movies. Parent Trap.
Right.
There was another one I couldn't think of.
But they didn't know each other at all. Like, these ones know each other, but, like, they're not close, and they each live with one parent and just kind of, I don't know, it's like they never had the twin bond.
Yeah.
So now that Iris is living with them, it is weird. She just kind of, like, slowly starts taking over Ivy's life.
Do they, like, fight? Do they have, like, animosity or just, like, awkward?
Because, it's mostly awkward because Ivy is trying to be nice and, like, because Iris lived with her mom. So she's trying to let her, like, have her grieving process. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I'm sure it's just her, like, trying to get through this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can tell, like, the whole time she just feels uneasy. She's like, this is just weird. It's weird.
Oh.
But it's good.
It does sound so good.
I like a good thriller. So.
Oh, I'm jealous. I love it.
What are you reading?
I was supposed to read this a while ago, and I just I don't know why I just missed it. So I'm going back and I'm reading it. It is called Releasing Keanu by Siobhan.
Oh, it's your girl.
Vivian. No, Siobhan Davis.
I don't know. I get them confused now.
Oh my gosh. And I didn't, because we thought, okay, so real quick, side tangent is that Iowa had the whole Midwest had really, really bad storms. And so we kind of thought we weren't sure if we were going to have internet to be able to look up stuff. I haven't
had internet for the past 2 days.
And I just didn't have cell service.
Thankfully, our town didn't get hit. Like, we were totally fine. It was, like, nearby cities that got hit. And that's why we didn't have internet.
And that's where our internet and power and
cell
services.
I didn't have internet for 2 days. So when I did have internet at work, then I tried to get our show notes and document ready.
So it's Siobhan Davis, by the way. Sorry. Yes. I know I've talked about this before because I was going to read it, and then I don't know how I missed it, and I was like, and then my brain was like, when is she going to release that book? And I was like, she did, and she sent it to me, and I didn't read it. Oh my gosh. So, all right. So this first part, I'll read the synopsis because I'm so good. She's like those books I can read the synopsis and still read the entire book. Selena played me, confirming I wasted years loving someone who didn't love me back. It should be easy to move on, and since she dumped me, I can't shake her from my thoughts, no matter how hard I try. Dates and random hookups don't help, and because no one measures up to the girl I still love with my whole heart. When she appears at my door, begging for help, I can't turn her away. My protective instincts kick in, and I grasp this second chance with both hands. This time, I'm determined to open her eyes, to help her realize she made a mistake throwing away what we had, to prove our love is the real deal. And then there's Selena's point of view. Keanu has it all wrong. I let him go because I love him too much to continue holding him back. And I've paid for it every day since. I didn't think it was possible to miss someone this much, but my entire being aches for him in a way that isn't healthy. That's why I continue to keep my distance, even though it's killing me inside. No one understands me the way he does, so when my ugly past returns, threatening to undo years of progress, he's the first person I run to. If anyone can keep me safe, it's the love of my life. Maybe this time I'm strong enough to be the woman he deserves, if my past doesn't take me away from him first.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so this series is like the
Is it Brothers?
Yes. I'm sorry, my brain is here. I have a little bit of migraine, so it's like, okay, so it's a Kennedy Boys series, and it's brothers, and it kind of like, the first books like really build the family, and then like, these characters were like the young kids, so they were too young in the first series to like have girlfriends and stuff like that. And then slowly, like as they grew up, they seemed like not in the picture as much, like they kept secrets, and so now you're realizing like why they kept the secrets. And so from what I can remember, these two are they modeled together, but she always seemed like very, very like scared of other people and very like timid and didn't really come around a lot, so he made him not come around a lot. And so I think now we'll figure out why she was like that.
So does the point of view of the book switch back and forth?
Yes.
Too? Okay.
It does. Yeah.
Cool.
I love that. I love those kind of books.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. My Kindle Unlimited recommendation. It is The Princess Trials by Cordelia Castle.
Ooh, I like the cover.
Right. Found the cover, loved it. It's like a crown with like gray and red. And only the first book is on Kindle Unlimited, but I love that because then you can like check it and like see if you really want
Are all of them
to read it.
It looks like it was just released in May of this year.
That is a very good point. I don't know that. Let me look.
I know, I'm trying to look quickly. Okay. The second one comes out August 13th.
And it's going to be on Kindle Unlimited. Okay, so maybe they just haven't come out yet when I checked it. Yep, you're okay. They're all going to be on Kindle Unlimited.
Sweet.
Yeah, and they both have like the crown with like the colors.
The third one doesn't come out till May of 2021.
So read slow. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so I can read the synopsis for you guys. 30 young women, a handsome prince, a battle to the death. Water is scarce. Deserts have taken over the land. Nuclear war has devastated humanity. Humans live in walled super cities to keep out the irradiated. Do you see that? Iradiated. Irradiated.
I can't find it.
It's in the synopsis. Irradiated. The land that was formerly known as America is divided into kingdoms ruled by royal elites. Irradiated. Thank you. I knew I was saying it wrong. I just didn't know how.
I couldn't, I was, looking at it and saying it in my head, and I'm like, I can't say it out loud.
How do you say it again?
Irradiated.
Good thing they only say it once. All right. Born into the lowest echelon of the kingdom of, oh my God, Fanagloria, 16-year-old Zia Calicio faces a life of hunger, thirst, and toil. The only way out of this drudgery is revolution, and Zia is desperate to help the cause. When the palace calls for a candidate to compete to marry Prince Kevin?
Wait.
Kevon?
Kevon?
I was like, I know it's not Kevin.
Because I was like, all of these strange,
and there's
Kevin.
Z joins the princess trials to search the palace for weakness. The trials should be a fairy tale of sumptuous meals, ball gowns, and romance, but one misplaced word causes Zia to attract the prince's attention. When Zia uncovers the man beneath Prince Kevon's public facade, she's at risk of falling in love and losing sight of her mission. But the televised beauty pageant turns deadly, and Zia must fight for survival. Perfect for fans of the Hunger Games and the selection, this exciting tale of courage, intrigue, and betrayal will have you turning pages.
Ooh. Sorry, I just can't get over Kevin.
I'm like, and then there's Kevin. Yeah, I thought it sounded so good. So I was like, yes, I'm in. I think it was because I was off the what?
No, just one of the first reviews on Goodreads. Someone's like, seems like a total selection ripoff, but okay.
Oh, I thought it reminded me of because we were reading the Cinderella. Cinderella is Dead. And that's what kind of reminded me of it. I was like, I'm just getting off of Cinderella's Dead and I want to read something like that.
Right. I like it. Okay. My prime reading pick is Be Not Far From Me by Mindy McGinnis.
Yes.
She was one of the authors we met at the Fierce Snow Epic Reads thing.
Yeah, that was fun. I want them to do that again.
Where was that at? Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, I think I still have footage for it. I should find it and post it.
I really hope that they do more things in Iowa. Especially things like that where it's right in Iowa City. It's not that far away for us to drive.
I know.
It was fun.
It's just people don't see things as
well, and that
Iowa
was the only thing though too. It was February. And so it was tax season, and so I think I ended up having to leave a little bit early from work, and just so we could go there as fast as we could.
Yeah.
And thank goodness it wasn't snowing.
Yeah.
Do more things in Iowa when it's not snowy weather.
Yeah. Come on, guys. We do have non-snowy weather sometimes.
Okay, so Be Not Far From Me by Mindy McGinnis is on. It's not Kindle Unlimited. It's Prime Reading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's also on Kindle Unlimited, which is cool.
It says it's Hatchet meets Wild in this harrowing YA survival story about a teenage girl's attempt to endure the impossible. The world is not tame. Ashley knows this truth deep in her bones, more at home with trees overhead than a roof. So when she goes hiking in the Smokies with her friends for a night of partying, the falling dark and creaking trees are second nature to her. But people are not tame either, and when Ashley catches her boyfriend with another girl, drunken rage sends her running into the night, stopped only by a nasty fall into a ravine. Morning brings the realization that she's alone and far off trail. Lost in undisturbed forest and with nothing but the clothes on her back, Ashley must figure out how to survive with the red streak of infection creeping up her leg.
Ooh,
that sounds really good.
That does sound so good.
I feel like it's one of those survival books, but I don't know. It's not I've read a whole lot of
No,
those,
I definitely have not read a whole lot of those.
That sounds really good.
Ooh, yeah.
I need to read that.
Yep. I'm going to put that on my list. So you have a ton of book world news. I contributed 0.
So I found a lot of these a couple of weeks ago, but we didn't have a good episode to fit them in. So
yeah,
that's okay. We can still talk about them. You might have missed it.
Yeah, exactly. I missed them.
I would have if I hadn't. I mean, it was all kind of a surprise to me when I opened this up, and I was like, I should read through these again. Okay, so the first one is Keanu Reeves is writing a comic book.
Ooh,
that's exciting.
Yeah,
the man of many talents is doing yet another thing.
He's so amazing.
It says it's illustrated by Alessandro Vitti. The action-packed and hyper-violent Berserker. It's Berserker without any vowels.
Oh, okay.
So Berserker centers on a warrior who looks a lot like a certain beloved actor and has walked a blood-soaked path across the world for centuries. In present day, the Berserker performs dangerous jobs for the U.S. government in exchange for the truth about his existence.
Oh, I love that he's using his own likeness. Like, so smart.
I think it sounds really good. Like, I've read graphic novels. I don't think I've read any comic books. But
Yeah.
this one sounds like one I might want to pick up. Like, it sounds really good.
That does sound so good.
Okay, my next piece is When Dimple Met Rishi is getting a Netflix adaptation.
So exciting.
Right now, it's on Netflix India, but it's supposed to be coming to Netflix globally in the fall.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then Zendaya Menon, the author of the book, has some stills from the movie on her Instagram. It looks super cute.
Really? Oh,
yes.
And I love that an author is involved.
Right. I really need to read that book so that I can
Yes,
watch
I was
the
going to say
movie.
we both got it on Book Outlet. Because you got it first and I got it.
Yeah. Because it's so cute. The cover's so cute.
You just want to read it. And then
because I'm pretty sure they meet at like a coding camp.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So. Oh, it looks so cute.
It does look so cute.
We'll have to report more in the fall when that actually hits.
Yes.
U.S. Netflix.
We could definitely like watch it and then talk about it on Patreon or something. That'd be fun.
Yes. Read the book, watch the movie.
Yes. Yeah. Book to movie.
I'm curious though it came out in India, so I'm assuming it's not in English. So when they bring it over to English, I wonder if they're going to dub it or just subtitles.
Oh, I don't know.
I would kind of prefer just subtitles.
Yeah, don't either. Yeah, no. Yeah, I would say just subtitles will be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like dubbed movies are sometimes hard to pay attention to.
Yeah, because you're watching the mouth move without the words making sense. I'd rather just read the subtitles.
What movie was it? Nicole and I watched on Netflix. I think it's like The Platform. It's a scary movie, but it's in Spanish, maybe. But so it's dubbed and there's subtitles, but the dubbing and the subtitles aren't the same.
Oh gosh.
So it was very confusing watching sometimes because like you're hearing them say one thing and the subtitles say something different. You're like, wait, which is it?
Yeah.
Like they're not so far off, but they're similar enough that it's like, oh.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it was strange. So I hope that they just do subtitles.
Yeah, I'd prefer that, I think.
Okay, my next one is Bedtime Stories with Celebrities. And the one that I was most excited about is Idris Elba.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a partnership with the Calm app and Newtopia and then HBO. It says, described as a television experience that combines mesmeric imagery with narration, the series titled A World of Calm. I'm trying to talk too fast.
And also, you're trying to talk like me, so you know.
A World of Calm is a collaboration between the makers of Calm and Newtopia and the team behind Nat Geo's One Strange Rock. It says the celebrities they have on board so far. I don't know how to say that.
Elba.
Mahershala Ali, Idris Elba, Oscar Isaac, Nicole Kidman, Zoe Kravitz, Lucy Liu, Cillian Murphy, and Keanu Reeves.
Geez, yeah, they have a lot of people.
But that sounds like it'd be really fun to just sit and listen to.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, definitely.
I'd be down. But they kind of said they're doing it, amid this pandemic. Like we need some calming, soothing things to listen to.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do too. Sounds cute.
Yeah. Okay. Next up.
And I've heard of the Calm app, so I'm there a little bit.
I've heard of it too. I've never used it. I'm pretty sure it's a paid app, so I'm cheap and have not used it.
We only spend our money on the true apps, the Animal Crossing.
Okay, so the next one is the best-selling books of 2020 so far, and I just thought that would be an interesting scroll through to see.
Oh yeah.
They have the print bestsellers January through June of 2020 for adult, children's, and YA. And it's funny because the adult ones are 1 through 20, but children and YA only get 1 through 10.
I hate that.
But the YA best-selling book so far, so that was January through June, was Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. But I bet you anything if they did it through now, it would be Midnight Sun.
Yeah. Which I just ordered. I didn't pre-order it, but I just ordered it. I didn't Order the ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I don't know why I didn't.
Me either. I don't know if I'm scared.
Yeah, I think that's part of it for me.
With the Twilight one, I'm not, because I don't know. I feel like it's going to be the same. You know what I mean?
Well, because it's the story from Edward's point of view.
Yeah,
right?
it's no new story. Like, this is a new story, and I'm
it's
I'm scared.
Prequel, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it President Snow or something?
Mm-hmm, or something like that. Yeah, it's before. It's the first Hunger Games.
I think I'm just so nervous because that story is what got me back into reading. It's what got me into reading YA. And so it's like, what if I hate it?
Yeah.
And what if the Hunger Games is ruined for me?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm terrified.
And then 2 is Chain of Gold. I ordered that. I haven't read it, though. I need to. But that, I feel like that's what you would like, because it's set in that time period. That's what I'm really excited about. Stamped. Yep. We both bought that.
The Outsiders, which I was like, is it the anniversary of that book or something?
It must have been, because that doesn't make any sense why.
Because that book came out in like this.
Yeah, and then, then the 5th, The Giver.
Yeah, it's gotta be, right? It's gotta be anniversary of those
something.
books.
Or like a new cover or something. Mm-hmm. And then 6th is The Hate You Give. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. 7, One of Us is Lying.
You read that, right? Did you read that one?
Yes, it's really good. Wait, right? Which one of hers did I read?
Because One of Us is Lying is the first one, and then something is the second one.
Yes, I did read One of Us is Lying. One of Us is next.
There you go.
Right. So I contributed to that. I don't know why. It just sounded like, you know what? Sounds like a good book to read during quarantine. Then The Conference of the Birds.
That is
Ranson. Oh, it's Ransom Riggs.
It's the 4th or 5th book in the what's it called series, Miss Peregrine.
How far did you get on those?
I read the first 3 for sure. I can't remember if I read because The Conference of the Birds I think is number 4.
Yeah. I
could be wrong.
I got messed up because I accidentally watched the movie.
I have them all.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I've only read 1 through 3 so far.
And then Live by Sadie Roberts.
I don't know what that one
Robertson.
is.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Why don't I know that?
Because she is the daughters of those people. You know, they were, this is when I started. This is how I started.
Who is it?
Sadie Robertson. You know, they have the beards. Duck Dynasty.
Right?
Oh. Yeah, that's why I made the face and I was talking slowly.
Don't like that.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Let me check.
It is. I saw the cover.
I thought.
But, okay.
That's why we're not gonna...
Oh my god, at number 10 is The Silver Eyes, which is a Five Nights at Freddy's book. I had no idea they made books, but now I'm kind of curious because my kids were super into that.
I was gonna they're like pretty cool. I think that they would really like them. Yeah, and there's a new Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know if they know that yet.
I don't think they need to know that.
I love that game. It scares me. Sometimes I'm a chicken. It scares me. Do you recognize any ones on the other lists?
Number 1 on the children's list is Fetch 22, which is Dogman number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely contributed to that.
Dr. Seuss is on there 3 times. Go Dr. Seuss.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How is he?
Oh, the places you'll go is usually a graduation gift. Green eggs and ham and 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
That's your favorite. That's your mom's favorite.
That's my favorite. Do you recognize any on the adult?
Wrecking Ball. Sorry, back to the kids though. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, number 14. I'm pretty sure the boys only have like 1 through 6.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was 14.
Me either. Sorry, on the adult one, there's the 5 love languages, which I've always I want to read that. I'm so interested because like being more perceptive, I've love being even more perceptive to people and just seeing like what their love language is versus like what yours is and like what their giving is, but then what's out there they're receiving is. It's just so fascinating to me. People are fascinating.
Little Fires Everywhere is number 6, but that that got turned into a TV show, so that's not surprising.
No, White Fragility, I really want to read. I heard a lot of good things. Have you heard good or bad things? Hello, Train.
I have heard, so most of what I've heard is because of the Book Sparks scandal with that book. So
I didn't know about the Book Sparks. I just this girl I follow on Instagram said that she really wanted to educate herself and she was recommended that and she said it was really good.
Okay.
That's why.
Robin D'Angelo, not Robert.
Robin.
Sorry, I said that.
Robin D'Angelo.
I was going to look it up because I'm curious.
Are you looking it up on Goodreads?
Yes. If it will load.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I don't
problems.
I don't know what my problem is lately. But I keep singing everything I say.
You're turning into me.
I don't know. It got real bad last week because I was saying some things and I was like,
I think I
can't even say it on the podcast.
But we used to do it. We'll have to sing it on after hours. We used to do that when we were little though, a lot though.
Really?
Yeah. All the time. Yeah, it looks like on Amazon. You can't get the hardcover. That's not released till November 17th, but the paperback is out for $9.60.
Wait, of what?
White Fragility.
They released the paperback before the hardcover? That's
I guess so.
Super weird.
Well, okay, so I don't know if I told you this, or did I?
I'm slouching.
I'm definitely slouching. Cinderella is Dead. I went to go buy the UK cover because I'm pretty obsessed with that book, and I love the UK cover as well because of the dress. And they only have it on paperback. So I wonder if it's like a thing.
A lot of UK books only release in paperback.
Why?
I don't know.
I have questions. We need to find some UK
I don't know, but
booktubers.
I need to order it again so I can have a copy for myself because I give my copy away.
So I don't know if they just got out with a new cover, but yeah, there's only paperback right now. Or maybe it's just out of stock. But it says when you click on hardcover.
A lot of UK books are like that.
Yeah, when you had hardcover, it says pre-order. So.
Oh, that one. Sorry.
Yeah, that one. But no, that's crazy.
Weird.
All right, what's next?
One more thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's YA week on Goodreads.
It's YA book.
It's going to be a long episode. So yeah, it's YA week. So, I always love when they do these because
like you said, it's Y week. Why? I mean, I feel
it's
that.
Yeah week.
Yeah.
No, but I love when they do this because they always have like the 100 most popular, 40 most popular recents, different trends to watch, highly anticipated. Oh, Jennifer DeLeon celebrates trailblazing YA literature. She has a whole article.
Oh, I love that.
And she's the author that wrote Don't Ask Me Where I'm From.
Yeah, I was trying to follow her on her socials. I was stalking her a little bit. That's what I do.
So go check out YA Week. Yes. And if you're not a YA reader, I'm sorry, but
I know people have said, "Oh, you need to talk about more about adults." And I understand that. It's just YA so good. I love adult books and I still read them, but sorry, there's a picture of Sadie by Courtney Summers. That's one book I wish I could wipe from my mind and then read again.
Yes, it's so good.
It was so good up until the very end. Like, I'm not kidding you. I was like, even the end, after the end, I put it down and I was like, I'm never going to forget this book.
Mm-hmm. I just love how both of the storylines are going like this, like at each other.
Yeah, it's like a train going at, and then you're like, it's going to crash, it's going to crash, it's going to crash.
I just want them to meet though. Like, I just want that meeting point so I can find out what happened.
Right.
It was just told so well.
It was so good. And she has a new book coming out, which I'm so excited for.
I can't remember what it's called. Can you?
Neither can I.
There you are singing.
No, yeah. I just remember I requested it on NetGalley.
All the Rage? No, that's an old
All
book.
the Rage?
Isn't that an old book?
I didn't know where you came that from.
I looked up Courtney Summers on Goodreads.
I said came that from, and you didn't say anything, and I was like...
I was rolling with it. I was letting you have that one. Okay,
Thank you. Wait. It is... I'm going to find it for you.
No.
The Project?
Oh!
I just spoke it faster.
Son of a bee. Okay.
Some bee. All right. Is that it?
That's all the book world news I've got today.
Thank you, book reporter.
That wasn't even good reporting, let's be honest. Okay, I'm going to let you start this off because this is your lane, this book. I'm not as excited as you are. I'm sorry.
I don't know why. I think it's because this is the first romance book I've ever read, I realized, because I've been thinking, because before, like, high school, I just read, like, I don't know, Gossip Girl.
Right.
And stuff, or like...
God, I love that
Kurt, when I was moving, saw, like, the, Angus Thongs in Full Frontal Snog. He's like, what is this? I go, this was my childhood.
Oh, it was amazing.
But now I can't think, because I, like, in my head, and sometimes I still do it, where I put characters in my life as characters in the book. And I did that with that book. So, like, when I read it, I don't see the characters. I see the characters I put in there.
Oh, God.
That makes sense? But yeah, I'm realizing that Twilight was, like, basically the first romance book I ever read freshman year of college. So, I think that's why I'm a little obsessed with it, and probably why Jackie is, too.
I read it in college, too. It's just one of those. I don't know. It was like an easy read. Like it didn't
was
take
such
me away
an
from
easy read.
studying. And
I took a week off, but I mean that's just student ethics between us. Okay, so the synopsis is, because I'm going to read it no matter what. When Edward Cullen and Bella Swan met in Twilight, an iconic love story was born. But until now, fans have heard only Bella's side of the story. At last, readers can experience Edward's version in a long-awaited companion novel, Midnight Sun. This unforgettable tale, as told through Edward's eyes, takes on a new and decidedly dark twist. Meeting Bella is both the most unnerving and intriguing event he has ever experienced in all his years as a vampire. As we learn more fascinating details about Edward's past and the complexities of his inner thoughts, we understand why this is a defining struggle of his life. How can he justify following his heart if it means leading Bella into danger? So I'm wondering, I don't know if it just covers Twilight or it covers the whole series. In my brain, like, there's no way they can cover the whole series in one book.
Right.
So I'm thinking Twilight, maybe New Moon.
I thought I read somewhere that this was supposed to come out a long time ago, but like parts of it got leaked.
Yeah, no, that's true. Okay. I remember it because I was so mad. I was so mad when that happened.
So then she like completely pulled it.
Well, yeah, because she said, she was just basically like, what's the point if people are going to do that and it's not even like worth it?
Right.
I'm kind of glad she waited because I don't know. It's just nice because wasn't it like, was she the one who was threatening to kill characters or was that J.K. Rowling? One of the authors was like,
or both.
Like threatening to kill characters if people didn't stop like doing stuff like that.
Oh my God. Okay. And that one comes out August 14th.
Yes.
So we used to do this episode where we would like have all of them grouped together, all of the ones on.
We used to be organized,
and then this time I was like, you know what? I like it this way. It mixes it up.
Well, yeah, I agree.
It makes it fun. It's fine.
Everything's fine. We're fine.
It's fine.
We've got this. It's fine. No, I agree. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
Okay, our next one is "Don't Ask Me Where I'm From" by Jennifer DeLeon. It comes out August 18th, and go get it as soon as it comes out or pre-order it or whatever you got to do because our next bookish episode, which is 2 weeks from now, August, 20?
My phone's on the ground. It's the only calendar I have.
It comes out August 28th. It will
Our
be...
episode?
Yes. It will be all about this book.
10 days. 10 days of reading. Look at my math.
We're discussing this book.
Yes, I'm so excited.
And our book discussions can get a little long.
Yes, we used to call them mini episodes. It's a lie.
It's not a mini episode.
It's like a deep dive, guys.
It's a for real episode.
So we're just going to chat your faces off about this book.
So go read it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
I'm going to tell you the synopsis now.
Okay.
15-year-old Liliana is fine, thank you very much. It's fine that her best friend Jade is all caught up in her new boyfriend lately. It's fine that her inner city high school is disorganized and underfunded. It's fine that her father took off again. Okay, maybe that isn't fine, but what is Liliana supposed to do? She's 15. Being left with her increasingly crazy mom? Fine. Her heathen little brothers? Fine, fine, fine. But it turns out Dad did leave one thing behind besides her crazy family. Before he left, he signed Liliana up for a school desegregation program called METCO, and she's been accepted. Being accepted into METCO, however, isn't the same as being accepted at her new school. In her old school, Liliana, half Guatemalan, half Salvadorian, was part of the majority, where almost everyone was a person of color. But now at Westburg, where almost everyone is white, the struggles of being a minority are unavoidable. It becomes clear that the only way to survive is to whiten up. If Dad signed her up for this program, he wouldn't have just wanted Liliana to survive. He would have wanted her to thrive. So what if Liliana is now going by Lily? So what if she's acting like she thinks she's better than her old friends? It's not a big deal. It's fine. But then she discovers the gutting truth about her father. He's not on one of his side trips. And it isn't that he doesn't want to come home. He can't. He's undocumented and he's been deported back to Guatemala. Soon, nothing is fine, and Lily has to make a choice. She's done trying to make her white classmates and teachers feel more comfortable. Done changing who she is, denying her culture and where she came from. They want to know where she's from, what she's about. Liliana is ready to tell them.
Oh,
it's so good.
So good.
I really, really liked it.
Yeah.
I just really like the character. I don't know. And we'll talk about it on that episode, but it's just, it was kind of eye-opening for me, her going to this white school and then her like seeing things through her perspective is kind of like,
definitely.
Oh boy, like I gotta check my privilege here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love books that make you do that. The two little boys, I decided were Weston and Raylan. when they're trying to find the games and all that stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Weston and Raylan.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, definitely again, go pre-order that, check it out, read it, and then join us for that episode in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it comes out when's our episode come out?
August 28th.
Yay!
And this book comes out the 18th. So
you got plenty of time.
Yeah, 10 days after
or
it releases.
ask your local library to pre-order it, and then you can check it out there and read it, and then come join us.
Yes. Do it.
Win, 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 win. Okay. The next book is The Black Kids by Christina Hammonds Reed. It comes out August 4th, 2018.
What?
That's
Who did that? I didn't do that.
Sorry, I had to read it. It's like, 2018, huh?
Why did I do that? Oh boy. All right.
Too good. I had to. Okay, so it says Los Angeles, 1992.
Oh, sorry. I'm just so excited to read a book set in the early 90s.
Know.
Like, I'm so excited.
You were like, was this the book you were like, this is technically historical fiction? And I was like, you're right. And I do want to read it. I'm excited. Because the 90s, man. I love the 90s. All right. Ashley Bennett and her friends are living the charmed life. It's the end of the senior year, and they're spending more time at the beach than in the classroom. They can already feel the sunny days and endless possibilities of summer. Everything changes one afternoon in April when 4 LAPD officers are acquitted after beating a black man named Rodney King half to death. Suddenly, Ashley's not just one of the girls. She's one of the black kids. As violent protests engulf LA and the city burns, Ashley tries to continue on as if life were normal, even as her self-destructive sister gets dangerously involved in the riots. Even as the model black family facade her wealthy and prominent parents have built starts to crumble. Even as her best friends help spread a rumor that could completely derail the future of her classmate and fellow black kid, LaShawn Johnson. With her world splintering around her, Ashley, along with the rest of LA, is left with one question. Who is the us and who is the them? It sounds so really good. Does. The cover is so beautiful. And
it's just so fitting.
It's very, very fitting for right now.
It's just insane that was 1992 and now it's 2020 and like what's changed?
Exactly. And I feel like that's where I'm like frustrated with us as millennials because it doesn't feel like a lot has changed. And like, I'm so excited for Gen Zs to come up because they are just like ready to go and like making me pumped up. And I just want to see change. I don't want to live in a world that thinks it's okay for these things, you know? So that's what's like, I'm glad that these books are coming out where like young people can read them and like identify with them as in right now. That's why I love this. I'm so excited for it to come out. I mean, it already came out. Yeah. I'm so excited to read it.
Right. Okay, our next pick, Now That I've Found You by Christina Forrest. This comes out August 25th. And you know what?
That sounds familiar. What else? Oh, yeah. I pre-ordered this. I was like, why does it sound familiar? I cannot wait for this book to come out.
This is not the... Hold on. She wrote something else. Yes.
Yes, she did.
She wrote I Want to Be Where You Are.
Yeah.
That was, as I was reading the title of this book, I was picturing that cover. And I was like, that's not the same book.
No. Okay. Yeah, I'm very excited for this book.
And this is a YA contemporary romance. Okay. Following in the footsteps of her uber-famous grandma, 18-year-old Evie Jones is poised to be Hollywood's next big star. That is until a close friend's betrayal leads her to being blacklisted. Fortunately, Evie knows just the thing to save her floundering career, a public appearance with America's most beloved actress, her grandma Gigi, a.k.a. the Evelyn Conaway. The only problem, Gigi is a recluse who's been out of the limelight for almost 20 years.
Elizabeth.
Hey, for her whole life. Days before Evie plans to present her grandma with an honorary award in front of Hollywood's elite, Gigi does the unthinkable. She disappears. With time running out and her comeback on the line, Evie reluctantly enlists the help of the last person to see Gigi before she vanished. Milo Williams, a cute musician Evie isn't sure she can trust. As Evie and Milo conduct a wild manhunt across New York City, romance and adventure abound while Evie makes some surprising discoveries about her grandma and herself. Oh, that sounds so good.
Cute, right?
I want to read it.
I know, it sounds so good.
I want to read it right now.
I'm going to go read it.
Right now.
Right now. And that comes out the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So there's still time to pre-order it.
I
can't remember what the pre-order swag was, but
there was pre-order swag?
Yeah, that's why I pre-ordered it. Yeah, so go.
I don't know why I don't have it on my to be read list on Goodreads yet, but it is now.
I do.
I just added it.
Okay, next, Set Fire to Gods by Sarah Rausch. I can't remember. Rausch, thank you, Rausch.
I think.
And Kristen Simons.
To the Gods. I'm sorry, I typed that wrong.
That's the series called. That's the series name, right?
No.
Oh, Set Fire to the Gods. Okay.
Yes. But I just forgot the.
Oh, I remember this one. The cover is so cool with all the fire.
Sarah Rausch and Kristen Simmons. Did you say that?
Yes.
Now that I said it back, I feel like we said it.
Yeah, but I couldn't say Rausch.
Okay. I think that's how you say it. I feel like I've heard her say her name before.
And I know people who have a name like that, and I can never say it.
And that's how I've always said it, but I could be wrong. I just feel like, can that be like our byline of this podcast?
I could be wrong. TM.
Oh my God.
That's from the lovely
And That's Why We Drink
people at And That's Why We Drink. I love that they started asking like, and why are you drinking today? I'm like, Samantha, why are you drinking today?
Why are you drinking tea today?
Because I had a headache. Oh, mine's gone. Is yours gone?
Not yet. I'm a sipper.
You're a sipper. I'm
sipper.
A chugger. Sipper on sipper.
Scissor.
Nope. Yep, there you go. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Set fire to the gods.
Set fire to the gods. Ash is descended from a long line of gladiators, and she knows the brutal nature of war firsthand. But after her mother dies in an arena, she vows to avenge her by overthrowing her fire god, whose temper has stripped her country of its resources. Maddox grew up fighting on the streets to pay his family's taxes, but he hides his dangerous secret. He doesn't have the Earth God's power like his opponents. His elemental gift is something else, something that hasn't been seen in centuries. Oh, I love powers. When an attempted revenge plot goes dangerously wrong, Ash inadvertently throws the fire and earth gods into conflict that can only be settled by deadly, lavish gladiator games. Hunger Games. The fights put Maddox in Ash's path, and she realizes his powers are a weapon her rebellion needs. But Maddox won't jeopardize his family, regardless of how intrigued by this beautiful warrior. But when the gods force Maddox's hand, he and Ash discover and uncover. Okay, let's just start that whole sentence over again. I butchered it, and it's the last sentence. Okay. But when the gods force Maddox's hand, he and Ash uncover an ancient war that will threaten more than one immortal. It will unravel the world.
It sounds really good.
It sounds so good.
I love the elemental powers, especially because we've been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that's all I can think of.
I'm going to start that. I'm so excited.
I need to watch it more closely because I watched the first 4 episodes with the kids, and then they blazed past me, and they watched the whole thing in 3 days. So
you're like, you left me behind.
And then they kept saying, well, we can go back. I'm like, no, you might as well finish, and then we'll go back once you finish it.
Oh, yeah.
But so I guess there's another series, Korra.
Sure.
I think.
Don't know.
It's a after.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up. But I've heard the movie is not good. So just
Last Airbender. Yeah, I've seen it. It's not good. Well, because they whitewashed the cast, so.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm just in love with Appa.
Yeah.
The flying bison.
Mm-hmm. I love him.
And someone on Reddit made a bullet journal page with flying Appas. And it's so freaking
I want a big fluffy Appa. And that, back to...
I'm so sorry.
Set Fire to the Gods. It comes out the 4th. I don't know if I said that or not when I was butchering the rest of it. The end.
It looks really good, though.
It does.
Okay. Next up is Little Disasters by Sarah Vaughn. This comes out the 18th. I actually read this one. It's a thriller. I'm going to read the synopsis and then I'll tell you what I thought.
Okay. Yeah, deal.
A new thought-provoking novel exploring the complexity of motherhood and all that connects and disconnects us. You think you know her, but look a little closer. She's a stay-at-home mother of 3 with boundless reserves of patience, energy, and love. After being friends for a decade, this is how Liz sees Jess. Then one moment changes everything. Dark thoughts and carefully guarded secrets surface, and Liz is left questioning everything she thought she knew about her friend and herself. The truth can't come soon enough. So that's a really short synopsis. It doesn't really tell you anything. The character Liz is...
Can I have a guess?
Yes.
No, never mind, because the kids are probably older. I was going to say postpartum, but...
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Okay, cool.
That's a lot of what it explores, but Liz is I want to say she's I can't remember for sure if she's like a doctor or nurse practitioner.
Something in the medical field.
ER,
Mm-hmm.
and her friend Jess brings her new baby daughter in with a head injury, and she's like baby toddler age where she's just learning how to walk, and she's got this head injury, and the doctors basically think it's really suspicious. So it's labeled as a thriller, but it's not a thriller in the sense that normally, like, you're on the edge of your seat, like, waiting to find out who the murderer is or who is gonna get murdered. You know, it's none of that. Like, it's mostly just... It's exploring motherhood and, like, what it's like to be a new mom, or even not even a new mom, like a mom of 3 with a new baby and all the craziness that goes along with it. So I thought it was really good, but, like, if you're going to read it, don't go into it thinking this is a thriller.
More like a drama? I mean, what would you...
I want to say domestic thriller, but even I don't know if that's
I think domestic thriller makes a little bit more sense, though.
But it is kind of more of a drama. It's interesting. And there is like a mystery element because you the whole time you don't really know what happened until the end. Yeah. So it does have that like thrilling element, but
maybe not the top thing to call it that.
Right.
Got it.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. The next one is Where Dreams Descend by Janelle Angeles.
Yes.
Yes.
Were you asking?
I just like to end all my sentences like that. Oh, I love this cover. We just got this in Outcrate.
Oh, yeah.
We got a different cover, ma'am.
The cover we got didn't have a dust jacket. It just has a really, really beautiful,
like,
hard cover. Gilded.
With, like, embossed. I don't know.
That's it.
I was gonna throw out words and just descriptives. Throw out the descriptives.
What? Okay. Does it say in here? It's listed as a retelling.
Oh.
What's it a retelling of?
These are great questions.
Mashup of Phantom of the Opera, Moulin Rouge, and Chris Nolan's Prestige.
Yeah, I remember Phantom of the Opera because I started doing this thing when I get Outcrates is I sit down and I read that little packet of the authors, which I usually don't, but I've been starting to do that, and I read that. She really liked Phantom of the Opera.
The book, and I'm like, I'll read that when I read the book.
Oh, you save them? Yeah. I've been throwing them away after I read them. Good idea. Gonna start doing that. Okay. In a city covered in ice and ruin, a group of magicians faces off in a daring game of magical feats to find out the next headliner of the conquering circus, only to find themselves under the threat of an unseen danger striking behind the scenes. As each act becomes more and more risky, the number of missing magicians piles up. 3 are forced to reckon with their secrets before the darkness comes for them next. The Star. Kalia?
Yeah.
A powerful showgirl out to prove she's the best no matter the cost. The Master. Jack. An enigmatic keeper of the club and more than one lie told. The Magician, DeMarco, the brooding judge with a dark past he can no longer hide. Where Dreams Descend is a startling and romantic first book in Janella Angela's debut Kingdom of Cards fantasy duology, where magic is both celebrated and feared and no heart is left unscathed.
Actually sounds really,
it sounds
really
so good. And she said that in the duology, the second book is going to be a lot darker and there's going to be a lot of questions answered. So it's going to go really, really fast.
So dang.
I'm very excited.
So what you're saying is pre-order this book, but then wait to read it until book 2 comes out and also pre-order that.
Yep, basically, because she said you're going to, like, it's going to go so fast and so dark.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I love it.
It sounds really good. I don't know that I've read a lot of, like, I almost said magic books, but that's not what I mean because obviously I read a lot of fantasy.
Yeah.
But
It reminds me of
magician type books.
Now Can You See Me or You See Me? Mm-hmm. Can You See Me Now? The book or the movie Can You See Me Now? It's about 4 magicians who get together and try to like yeah. So that's what kind of reminded me of, and I really like magicians, so I'm down for that.
I like it. Okay.
Next
is The Notorious Virtues by, how do you say that? Alwyn?
Yeah.
Alwyn Hamilton.
I love that when we're both talking, the other person's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do
this. This comes out August 18th. At 16, Honora?
Yeah.
Nora?
Yeah.
Nora Holtzfall is the daughter of the most powerful heiress in all of Wallstad. Her family controls all the money and all the magic in the entire country. But despite being the center of attention, Nora has always felt like an outsider. When her mother is found dead in an alley, the family throne and fortune are suddenly up for grabs, and Nora will be pitted against her cousins in the Veritas, the ultimate magical competition for power that determines the one family heir. But there's a surprise contest this time. Lot, the illegitimate daughter of Nora's aunt, when Lot's absent mother retrieves her from the rural convent she's abandoned her to, Lot goes from being an orphan to surrounded by family. Unfortunately, most of them want her dead. And soon Nora discovers that her mother's death wasn't random, it was murder. And the only person she can trust to uncover the truth of what happened is a rakish young reporter who despises everything Nora and her family stand for. With everything against her, Lot's last hope is hunting for the identity of her father. But the dangerous competition and her feelings for Theo, one of Holtzfall's sworn protectors, turns her world upside down. Incredible tests, impossible choices, and deadly odds await both girls, but there can only be one winner.
Ooh.
Oh, I love the cover of this.
Yes, the cover's so pretty.
I wonder how many books are supposed to be in this series.
Because
it's a series.
Is it a series? Okay, that's good to know.
I don't see any questions about it.
Do you see any, like, when you go to, like, the book to see if there's any others?
3.
3? Okay.
So far.
So far.
I guess I can't be for sure, but 3 so far.
Cool.
Cool. I also really love the cover of the next one.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting down to time, ma'am. How many do you want to talk about?
I mean, I guess we can honorable mention.
I'm just going through them. Is there any others you want to read?
All of them.
No. False.
Yes.
No, I'm not winking at the camera, by the way. My contact's dry. Like I'm just winking at the camera.
Fudge.
I know.
I feel like there's 3 more for sure.
Okay, 3 more for sure is fine.
Okay.
Which ones?
You're going to read this one,
Yeah,
right?
I want to read this
okay.
one. Sorry, I thought that was not included.
I'm going to highlight them.
Okay, deal. All right. Star Daughter by Shveta Thakrar. How do you say that name? I looked it up. Okay, I'm sorry. And this book is a YA fantasy?
Yes, I believe so.
Get out here. All right, I'm going to read the synopsis. The daughter of a star and a mortal, Sheeta is used to keeping secrets, pretending to be normal. But when an accidental flare of her star fire puts her human father in the hospital, Sheetal. What did I say before? Sheetal needs a full star's help in order to heal him. A star like her mother, who returned to the sky long ago. Sheetal's, how do you think? Sheetal's or Sheetal's? Sheetal's quest to save her father will take her to a celestial court of shining wonders and dark shadows, where she must take the stage as her family's champion in a competition to decide the next ruling house of the heavens, and win or risk never returning to Earth at all. This gorgeously imagined YA debut blends shades of Neil Gaiman's Stardust and a breathtaking landscape of Hindu mythology into a radiant contemporary fantasy.
Oh, it sounds so good.
Sounds so good. I love worlds I've never heard of. Love that.
Same. Same.
Samesies.
Okay, I want to throw in an honorable mention since we won't have time to read all of these.
No, we can't do 2 hours anymore. No. Can't do that.
The Other Misses by Mary Kubica. It's out
the 11th?
I almost said October, geez. August 11th. And it's a thriller, so I had to throw that one in there.
Yes.
But the next one I want to tell you about is Lobizona. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it kind of looks like Arizona, but not, so that's how I'm pronouncing it. Lobizona.
I feel that.
By Romina Garber. This was out August 4th. And just the small little bit that I read of it kind of reminded me of Don't Ask Me Where I'm From.
Ooh,
so
okay.
Some people are illegal. How did I say it before?
Like Arizona.
Libizonas do not exist. Both of these statements are false. Manuela Azul has been crammed into an existence that feels too small for her. As an undocumented immigrant who's on the run from her father's Argentine crime family, Manu is confined to a small apartment and a small life in Miami, Florida, until Manu's protective bubble is shattered. Her surrogate grandmother is attacked, lifelong lies are exposed, and her mother is arrested by ICE. Without a home, without answers, and finally without shackles, Manu investigates the only clue she has about her past, a mysterious Z emblem, which leads her to a secret world buried within our own, a world connected to her dead father and his criminal past, a world straight out of Argentine folklore, where the 7th consecutive daughter is born a bruja, and the 7th consecutive son is a libizone, a werewolf, a world where her unusual eyes allow her to belong. As Manu uncovers her own story and traces her real heritage all the way back to a cursed city in Argentina, she learns it's not just her U.S. residency that's illegal, it's her entire existence.
Oh, so it's like a fantasy?
Yeah.
Whoa. Did not see that coming.
Right. So like I said, it reminds me of Don't Ask Me Where I'm From, where it's like set in this contemporary world where, you know, people can be considered illegal and it's just ridiculous. And then fantasy world.
Oh, that's nuts. That sounds so good.
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay. All right. Some honorable mentions again, only because we run out of time. They Wish They Were Us by Jessica Goodman. And it is I
think it's a YA thriller. I just started listening to this on audio.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Libro? FM.
Mm-hmm. Nice. It says, Gossip Girl meets One of Us is Lying with a dash of the secret history in this slick taunt murder mystery set in the backdrop of an exclusive prep school in Long Island. Oh my gosh, I need to read that.
It sounds really good.
All right. So the honorable mentions, we could just read the little top thing if they've got them.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this one, or do you want me to just keep raging until there's the next one?
Go ahead.
Cool. You Had Me at Hola by Alexis Daria. Oh, I love this cover. I remember seeing it. This was
out August 4th.
Yes, you started the dates. Rita award-winning author Alexis Daria brings readers an unforgettable, hilarious rom-com set in the drama-filled world of telenovelas, perfect for fans of Jane the Virgin and Kiss the Quotient. Oh my gosh, telenovelas. That's awesome.
Sounds so
good.
It's
a romantic comedy. And next one is Behind the Red Door by Megan Collins.
It's another thriller.
You love your thrillers, man.
I really do.
And this one doesn't really have one at the top.
Darkly thrilling novel about a woman who comes to believe that she has a connection to a decades-old kidnapping, and now that the victim has gone missing again, begins a frantic search to learn what happened in the past.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
And that came out the 4th.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one we're going to highlight really quick is Ray Bear by Jordan Ifweko.
Yeah, sounds right.
It says, and I love the cover. And it is a YA fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy. Nothing is more important than loyalty. But what if you've sworn to protect the one you were born to destroy? Tarisai?
Yeah.
No, how do you say it? Tarisai? Yeah, I like Tarisai has always longed for the warmth of a family. She was raised in isolation by a mysterious, often absent mother known only as the Lady. The Lady sends her to the capital of the global empire of Arisar. I like to add words, and I swear I'm dyslexic.
Just mixed up the letters. That's what I did too.
Aritsar. It's art to come. We just like keep saying things over and over. Okay.
Say it over and over till it sounds right.
Yep. To compete with other children to be chosen as one of the Crown Prince's Council of 11. If she's picked, she'll join the other council members through the ray, a bond deeper than blood. That closeness is irresistible to Tarsay, who has always wanted to belong somewhere. But the lady has other ideas, including a magical wish that Tarsay is compelled to obey. Kill the Crown Prince once she gains his trust. Tarsay won't stand by and become someone's pawn, but is she strong enough to choose a different path for herself? With extraordinary world building and breathtaking prose.
Yes.
Ray Bear is a story of loyalty, fate, and the lengths we're willing to go for the ones we love. It reminds me of Ella Enchanted. I'm excited. I loved that movie.
Love the cover.
Yes, the cover is so cool.
Much.
It's beautiful.
There's a giveaway for it on Goodreads right now.
Go do it. And that comes out the 18th of August.
Woo. Okay.
And last but not least,
last one. I might have talked about this before, but I still have to talk about it again. Traitor by Amanda Macrina. This comes out August 25th. And this is the one that I've been in a couple of different Fierce Reads, what is it called? Zoom meetings?
Yes.
Where we talk about it and the author's been there. So I just, I haven't read it yet, but I feel so attached to this book.
When you've gotten insight into it.
Right. Poland, 1944. After the Soviet liberation of Germany. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to say that.
Same.
Okay. I was going to say, you took German.
I did take German, and I should know how to say it, and I don't. I'm sorry.
The city remains a battleground between resistance fighters and insurgent armies. Its loyalties torn between Poland and Ukraine. 17-year-old Tolia Korolenko is half Ukrainian, half Polish, and he joined the Soviet Red Army to keep himself alive and fed. When he not quite accidentally shoots his unit's political officer in the street, he's rescued by a squad of Ukrainian freedom fighters. They might have saved him, but Tolia doesn't trust them. He especially doesn't trust Solovey, the squad's war-scarred young leader who has plenty of secrets of his own. Then a betrayal sends them both on the run, and in a city where loyalty comes second to self-preservation, a traitor can be an enemy or a savior, or sometimes both.
Ooh.
I know neither one of us are generally drawn to war stories.
No, this sounds like something up Nick's alley.
War stories that are set in countries that are not the U.S. and that are I don't know, people on the front lines are kind of intriguing to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think this one sounds really good.
Yeah, it does sound really good. I actually am interested in this one. I just don't like war freaks me out. Even battles of fantasy is still just too close to home, which is crazy to me. But yeah, that sounds so good.
Before we close or talk about anything else, I really want to before I forget, I want to give a shout out to one of our fans. One of our listeners. Bookishmind.13 on Instagram. I don't know this person's name and I don't know their pronouns, but they messaged me saying that they love our podcast, and I just wanted to say thank you.
That's so sweet.
It was.
That's the kind of thing that just makes me happy.
It was one of the sweetest things because I had to screenshot it and send it to you. I'm like, we have a fan.
And I'm like, where is this? When? What happened?
So anyway, thank you for listening. Those messages really kind of make our day.
Yeah, it really does. We usually just think that our friends and family listen to this, so
it's nice to know
that other people like our ramblings.
Right.
And I was just going to say really quick, we didn't have any listener submissions for August, but if you guys have any for September new releases, let us know, or even just books you want us to shout out. If there's a certain genre, we love the YA area, so just let us know.
Let us
know. Anything else, lady?
Don't think so. It was really drawn out. I was trying to look around did I forget anything? I don't think so.
Okay, well, better get going. We got more tea to drink and books to read. All of our social medias are down below as always. Leave a like and a review anywhere you listen.
Subscribe.
Yeah, and I don't know, go comment our Instagram. Elizabeth's been making it pop lately, so go check out all of her cool pictures and stuff like that. And I'm there in spirit because I'm terrible at Instagram, but I'm over on Patreon a lot.
Hey, come hang on Patreon.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It is fun.
I think I want to set up some more stuff on there. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything else? You got anything else?
I don't know.
We're going
We're
down.
doing this.
We're going down. Nope.
And
Copyright.
That's why. No, I'm just kidding.
I love them so much.
I do
Be
too.
our friends. Be our friends. Be our guest. Be our guest.
Oh my God.
Jenna Marbles reference. Sorry. My brain is only references. All right. Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry.